How's everyone doing? All right, this shirt's too small. I didn't know. I'm expecting, I put it on, I drove here, it's like, it's way too small. It's super tight. I don't know what to do about it, so you gotta deal with it. The way you're laughing feels insulting, I'm gonna be honest. I'm getting that energy from you. It's a lot, look. That's it. That's the whole thing right there. It's super tight. I feel like I want to fight crime, it's so tight. Right? I don't know how to do this set. So anyway, how's everyone just fucking flexing the whole time? Yeah, I love you, Mr. Business. Fucking business, man. I like that. I'm fucking ready to party like that. So, I know somehow you guys know Joe. I don't know how. I don't want to do crowd walk. Crowd walk. There's a racist joke there somewhere. I'm not gonna get to it. We'll get to it later. You guys together? Yeah. You got kids? No? Good. Yeah. I just had 2 in 2 years. I had sex 3 times. I don't talk about that part. But I got 2, and it's crazy because you love them, and you shouldn't because they ruin your life. My kids are ruining my life. I'm getting fatter. I'm not sleeping anymore. I'm broke again. Look at me. Look at me. I'm 22 years old. And they're in first place. They don't deserve first place. They don't deserve first. My wife deserves first. My wife put the time in. My wife had my back through all the bullshit. She had my back when I started in comedy, and when I started in comedy, things were not going well. Yeah, right, things were still not going well. No, there was a time in comedy, I made $7,000 for the year. The woo came a little early, lady. Not the show, for the whole time. 1 whole year, $7,000. Do you know who makes $7,000 a year? People who die in February. That is who makes that kind of money. It's me and a guy with a good month and a drinking problem. But you love them. And I don't want to talk about my kids right now. I want to talk about something else. I'm going to pivot in a weird way. I will say this. This happened today. My wife texted me. She goes, just so you know, our son is an 8.5. And I was like, first of all, our kid's a fucking 10. So get your shit together. And she's like, he's not a 10. If you treat him like a 10, it's going to mess him up. And I was like, no, it's not going to mess him up because I'm not a 10. I'm like a 6, but I'm funny and I got you. You're a 10. And she goes, first of all, you are not a 6. You're an 11 and a half, and I am a 9. And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? And she was like, his shoe size. I thought we were talking about how fuckable our kid was. I was very offended you didn't want to fuck our kid as much as I want to fuck our kid. That's not the way that joke's going to go. Well, it's coming out. We let that go. Here we are. Fun crowd. Do not listen to you on that one. That's never being said that way again. This is a fun gig. This is. Everything I say you laugh at. I don't know why. I'll tell you this. I do a lot of... I'm not famous, so when you're not famous, you got to do a lot of bad gigs to make good money. So I work at a lot of casinos, and casinos, not fun. They're not fun because, first of all, well, you guys are here because you like comedy. You want to see comedy. Nobody in a casino goes to see comedy because they like comedy. They go to see comedy because they're losing so much money. They need to stop the hemorrhaging. They just need to stop it. And you try doing crowd work with those people. You see how fun that is to be like, hey, where you from? And they're just like, what am I gonna tell my wife? And I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't know. You got kids? She's gonna take the kids. I'm like, I'm so sorry. This is not gonna be a real. Yeah, so the way I handle casino gigs is I'll do the show and then I just get real high. I just get real high at the end of the night. I just look at people and it's crazy because casino people are the worst, right? So I was getting super stoned and behind this little Jeopardy slot machine and I stand up and behind me there's a 72-year-old man in a Trump hat, Trump shirt, Trump pants. Not gonna be honest. You like Trump? I don't give a fuck. But pants? That's too much. That's too much. It's too much. If you like something so much that you're wearing the pants, you like that thing too much. I like Spider-Man. I show up here in Spider-Man pants? You're gonna be like, that's a mentally handicapped person. He's very funny. I'm glad he drove here. Should he be driving here? I don't know. We support it. But I turn around and this guy is just going, I want to smell it. You ever so high you turn around and realize the person has been talking to you the whole time? Like I turn around and he was like, I don't want to smell that shit. I was like, you're talking to me, pal? Awesome, right? So he's just going on, and I just stopped him. I was very stoned, and I went, whoa, man. I was like, we were sold a lie. Marijuana, not a big deal. It's not heroin the way they told us it was. It's kind of fun. He goes, well, I don't think so. It's a gateway drug. And I said, who are you here with? I was passionately yelling at this man. And he's like, I'm here with my wife. And I was like, well, where is she? And he's like, she's upstairs. I was like, okay, so you got a room, and and no one is with you. So what if? Hear me out. I heard you. That was very quiet, but I still heard it. This is a great crowd. So hear me out. I'll change the line for you. What if we were to get a little high together right now? You smoke this. If you like it, you keep doing it. If you don't, at least you know what you're fighting against. And this guy looks at me and he goes, okay. And I'm like, all hands on deck. This is going to be a bit. Can't wait. This is going to be very fun, right? So I give him my one hitter. He takes the biggest hit I've ever seen in my life. He immediately, like his MAGA hat, like flew off his hat. Like, this is crazy. It spun around, and he was immediately high, and you could tell he immediately loved it. Like he was immediately just touching the wall. I can touch colors. This is awesome. Like he's touching things, and I was like, okay, man, I gotta be a good Sherpa. I got it. I was like, what kind of music you like, right? Because I'm like, you play this guy music, it's gonna change his life. And he was like, I like Pink Floyd. I was like, I know. I was like, wait a minute, you like Pink Floyd and you've never been high? Check this shit out, dog, right? I gave him my headphones and he just looks at me and goes, I've never heard Pink Floyd. I was like, I know, music is awesome when you're high. Then I'm like, I gotta get him food, right? So I sneak him into the employee cafeteria and I'm giving him ice cream and pizza. He licks an ice cream cone and he looks at me and goes, is this what it's like being a Democrat? And I was like, yeah. This is 100% what it's like being a Democrat. We just get high and eat ice cream all day. That's why we can't get shit done. This is exactly how we do it. So then he was like, he's high, and I'm like, all right, this guy's high. Let me see if I can get in there, open him up a little bit, have some deep conversation, see if I can change his views, maybe, or at least get it, like, let's just have a high conversation. Let's see where I can get him, So I'm looking at him, and I'm like, okay, man, gay marriage. What do you think? And he goes, I don't know. You love who you love. I don't really care. And I was like, all right, okay. Let's turn up the heat a little bit. And I go, trans, you in, you out? What's your situation? What are we doing with trans? And he goes, I don't know. If I hooked up with a chick and then I shit a penis, I would freak out. And I was like, wait a minute, you're 72 years old. When is this happening? When is this story happening that you're meeting these women and one of them has a penis and you're freaking out? And he was like, well, what would you do? And I was very high. I think this is a high answer, but I think it was a great answer. I said, what would I do? Honestly, well, I love people. Like, let's think about it, right? You liked everything about that person. You thought they were beautiful, head to toe. You were ready to sleep with them. They were cool enough to sleep with them and hot enough. But then you got to bed and you saw the one thing you didn't like. There's one piece you don't like. Well, I love pizza. I hate mushrooms. If I was eating this pizza and I found a mushroom on it, you should do what I would do. Eat around it. I swear to God, this guy just looks at me and he goes, eh. And I was like, all right, so I'm gonna win. I like half of this crowd was kind of like, is that offensive? Is that not offensive? They laugh, it seems okay, but I don't know. Yeah. My wife, the other day, she goes, what would we do if our kid was trans? And I was like, what would we do if our kid was trans? Man, I would be trans with him. Like, I'm done. I've done this. I've done it. I don't want it. It's gotten me nothing but trouble. And I just want to just get rid of that thing. Plus, my wife says it's very hard being a woman. And I don't think it is. I want to prove her wrong. I want to be spite trans. Is that a thing? Just jamming basketball. I never jammed in basketball. I love that a lot of you thought that was going to be a trans joke. No way. Sexist. We're back, baby! Yeah, man. My other favorite, I was in this other casino story. I just got to tell you, you guys are so good. I'm just going to tell you all the fun ones that aren't really worked out that well, because who cares? I'm getting the same amount of money for all of these. I don't know why. So I was doing a show with this old school headliner, and I didn't say his name. I don't really care. The guy's name is Jimmy Schubert. He was really funny. He's been doing comedy since the 80s. He was on a lot of cocaine, I think. I don't know. The whole time. He was fucked up the whole time. And we're having a great time. And he looks at me at the end of the show and he goes, you want to go eat? And I was like, actually, what he said to me was, he goes, hey, you want to go eat and see some magic? I was like, look, man, I don't got money for fucking pizza right now, but I want to see magic. And he walks up to a slot machine, and he just looks at it, puts in money, pulls the thing, wins $37.58. He didn't even quite, he just went, and he moved. And I was like, was that the magic? Because that was crazy. That was insane what I just saw. He didn't even react. He was just like, all right, here we go, let's get that money and let's fucking go. And he leaves, and we're walking together, and we sit down at the pizza place, and he has a deck of cards, and he is fucked up. And he is just doing up-close magic to me for 45 minutes straight, not getting a single trick right. I am not kidding, on a single trick. He just kept being like, and that is why the queen always finds her king. I'm like, that's a 3, that's a 2. What are we doing here? That's when he ripped his shirt. He was like, the jack is always in town. I'm like, you didn't even shave. Like, there's nothing on there, man. He's just bombing, but I'm laughing. Then he passes out. He's completely fucking passed out. And the waiter, it's been an hour now, the waiter comes with our check. He puts the check down, open it, and the check is for $37.50. The exact amount of money he had won on that casino. And he just wakes up, he goes, ta-da! And I'm like, what the fuck was that? You are the greatest magician or the greatest comedian. I have no idea which it was. Was the whole thing a setup? I have no idea. All right, I got the light. My name is Greg Stone. You guys are so much fun. Thank you so much.